Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Jaya Hare
அனைவரும் பாதுகாப்பு மற்றும் நல்வாழ்வுக்காக நடைபெற்று வரும் ஸ்ரீ நரசிம்ம அஷ்டோத்சவம் அர்ச்சனை இன்று நமது மதிப்பிற்கும் மரியாதைக்கும் உரிய திரு ஜெயபதா சுவாமி குருமாராஜ் அவர்களுக்காகவும் டிஸ்கரேஸ் பலராம் கோவிந்த் பிரபு மற்றும் அவர் சகோதரர் குடும்பத்தினருக்காகவும் தனசேகர் திரு பக்த காசி ஆகியோருக்காகவும் அவர் குடும்பத்தினருக்காகவும் ஜனார்த்தன் ஜுவல்லரி ஊழியர்களுக்காகவும் பக்த சரவணன் பிரபு மற்றும் பக்தி விக்னேஸ்வரி மாதாஜி அவருக்காகவும் டிஸ்கரேஸ் கௌசுதாரி கோவிந்த் பிரபு ஆகியோருக்காகவும் பகவான் ஸ்ரீ ஸ்ரீ பிரலாத் நரசிம்மதேவரிடம் நமது சிறப்பு பிரார்த்தனை அர்ப்பணிக்கின்றோம். ஓம் அஞ்ஞானாமிதம்ஸ்ய ஞானாஞ்சனசலாய சத்குருமிதம் ஏன தஸ்மை ஸ்ரீ குரவே நமः. நமோ ஓம் விஷ்ணுபாதாய கிருஷ்ணபிரேஷ்டாய பூதலே श्रीमदे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशधारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. जय नरसिंह श्री नरसिंह जय जय श्री नरसिंहदे प्रहलादेश जय पद्म मुखापद्म वृंदा उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं ज्वलन्तं सर्वतोमुखं नरसिंहमूर्तिजनं भक्तं मृत्युर्नमाम्यहम्. ओम नरसिंहाय नमः. ओम महातिम्माय नमः. ओम दिव्य सिंहाय नमः. ओम महाबलाय नमः. ओम उग्रसिंहाय नमः. ओम महादेवाय नमः. ओम संभजाय नमः. ओम उग्रलोचनाय नमः. ओम रौद्राय नमः. ओम सर्वानंदाय नमः. ओम श्रीमणाय नमः. ओम योहानंदाय नमः. ओम गुरुविक्रमाय नमः. ओम हरिवे नमः. ओम कोलाहलाय नमः, ओम सद्विने नमः, ओम जयाय नमः, ओम जयवर्धनाय नमः, ओम अंजनाय नमः, ओम पराक्रमाय नमः, ओम अघोराय नमः, ओम घोरविक्रमाय नमः, ओम भुजंगाय नमः, ओम जलामालिने नमः, ओम महाकुलाय नमः, ओम महाप्रभुवाय नमः, ओम नीतिलक्षाय नमः, ओम सहस्राक्षाय नमः, ओम दिव्यवीक्षाय नमः, ओम प्रदानाय नमः, ओम महादंष्टाय नमः, ओम विदग्धज्ञाय नमः, ओम संकल्पविदे नमः, ओम सदाशिवाय नमः, ओम पुण्यऋषिभूताशिने नमः, ओम दैत्यदानवपंजनाय नमः, ओम कुलभद्राय नमः, ओम महाभागाय नमः, ओम बलभद्राय नमः, ओम रुद्राय नमः, ओम कर्णाय नमः, ओम वीराय नमः, ओम मृगाय नमः, ओम सर्वकार्तिकाय नमः, ओम शिवराय नमः, ओम निर्यमात्माय नमः, ओम ईशाय नमः, ओम सर्वेश्वराय नमः, ओम विभुवाय नमः, ओम पैरवराय नमः, ओम दिव्याय नमः, ओम अच्युताय नमः, ओम वालिने नमः, ओम माधवाय नमः, ओम मधुसूदनाय नमः, ओम अक्षराय नमः, ओम सर्वाय नमः, ओम अनुमानिने नमः, ओम वरप्रदाय नमः, ओम विश्वम्भराय नमः, ओम अद्भुताय नमः, ओम पालयाय नमः, ओम श्रीविष्णवे नमः, ओम पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः, ओम अनगस्त्राय नमः, ओम नगस्त्राय नमः, ओम सूर्यज्योतिने नमः, ओम सुरेश्वराय नमः, ओम सहस्रपावनाय नमः, ओम सर्वज्ञाय नमः, ओम सर्वसिद्धिप्रदायकाय नमः, ओम वज्रवंशाय नमः, ओम वज्रनगाय नमः, ओम महानंदाय नमः, ओम वरदवाय नमः, ओम सर्वमंगलैकरूपाय नमः, ओम सर्वेन्द्रविदारमाय नमः, ओम सर्वोत्तरात्मकाय नमः, ओम अव्यक्ताय नमः, ओम सुव्यक्ताय नमः, ओम भक्तवत्सलाय नमः, ओम वैशाखशुक्लमदोत्ताय नमः, ओम शरणागतवत्सलाय नमः, ओम उदारकीर्तिने नमः, ओम पुण्यात्माय नमः, ओम महात्माय नमः, ओम चंद्रविक्रमाय नमः, ओम वेदांतमयाय नमः, ओम प्रभुजाय नमः, ओम महानाय नमः, ओम परमेश्वराय नमः, ओम प्रियसंगाय नमः, ओम जगत्यादिने नमः, ओम जगन्मायाय नमः, ओम जगत्कालाय नमः, ओम जगन्नाथाय नमः, ओम महाकाय नमः, ओम दिव्यरूपदाय नमः, ओम परमात्माय नमः, ओम परमात्मने नमः, ओम निर्गुणाय नमः, ओम निर्विशेषणे नमः, ओम परतत्वाय नमः, ओम परधामाय नमः, ओम सच्चिदानंदविग्रहाय नमः, ओम लक्ष्मीनारायणाय नमः, ओम सर्वात्माय नमः, ओम धीराय नमः, ओम प्रहलादपालकाय नमः, ओम उग्रं वीरं महाविष्णुं जलदं सर्वलोकं जय नरसिंहा श्री नरसिंहा जय जय श्री नरसिंहदे जयादेशं जय महात्मा नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लादलादकायिने रम्याकाशीपूर्वकः श्रीलगङ्गानकालाय यतो नृसिंहा परतो नृसिंहा यतो यतो यामि ततो नृसिंहा नृसिंहा हृदये नृसिंहा नरसिंहामदिचरणं प्रपद्ये तव करकमलवरेण्यः अतुलसिंहा कलिदाहिरण्यवसिभो तनुभृङ्गाञ्जय वृषभदीर्घा नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे। श्री कृष्ण भगवान की, श्री जगन्नाथ प्रदेश पुत्र महाराज की, श्री की,
जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदना व्रज जनरंजना। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजना। यशोदा यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव राधा माधव राधे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Nitai Gauranga Gaurahari Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadramai ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivajagacharya Shtottara Satasi Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki Srila Prabhupada ki, Prabhupada Anuga ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda ki, Nittai Gaura Premanande. All glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories Srila Prabhupada. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranchaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Ruttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Rukmini's marriage to Krishna, Krishna kidnapping Rukmini. So we are reading from Canto 10, chapter 52, text 37. Shri Rukmini Vacha Shrutava Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Shanavatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Harato Angatapam Rupam Drisham Drishimatam Akilartalabham Dvai Achuta Vishati Chittam Aptrapapam Me. Shri Rukmini said in her letter as read by the Brahmana, O beauty of the worlds, having heard of your qualities which enter the ears of those who hear and remove their bodily distress, and having also heard of your beauty which fulfills all the visual desires of those who see, I have fixed my shameless mind on you, O Krishna. So, this is recollected by Shukadeva Goswami, and we have a series of shlokas written by Rukmini, a letter written to Krishna. So the series of events is that many times Rukmini is hearing about Krishna from various different people. Those who come to see her here and there in her father's house. Rukmini is mentioned to be the incarnation of Lakshmi. She is Lakshmi herself, and an expansion of Radharani. This is explained very nicely. In the Padma Purana, it is mentioned that Rukmini is actually Radharani's expansion. In Skanda Purana also it is mentioned. And it is mentioned that Kaishore Gopakanyastu Yavvane Rajakanyakaha, that Krishna in his childhood he enjoyed with the daughters of the cowherd men, and his adolescence he enjoyed with the daughters of the kings. In his Dwaraka Leela, he enacted this pastime because he was no more with the young gopis, that he was having pastimes with his Vrindavan Leela. So in Dwaraka Leela, he did pastimes with the queens, all Lakshmis. Chief of them is Rukmini. And Rukmini is Lakshmi herself. Same Lakshmi who from the generation of the churning of the ocean between the Devas and the Asuras, Lakshmi was born. Jala Shaya came from the water. Same Lakshmi who was born to Bhrigu and his wife. In different times, Lakshmi incarnated differently. When Lord came as Ramachandra, she appeared as Sita. When he appeared as Krishna, she appeared as Rukmini. That's the same Lakshmi. And Lakshmi in Krishna's time appeared born to Bhishmaka, and in a place called Nagpur. Today it's called Nagpur, Vidarbha. So she was called Vaidarbhi from Vidarbha, and a very nice, very extremely beautiful girl, very talented, very bold, Kshatriya lady, and all great people will come to the houses, and there it is mentioned that she will hear from everybody about the wonderful qualities of Krishna. And the more she hears, the more she will be deciding, Krishna only should be my husband. Who else I should get married to? So it is natural that Lakshmi will think there is nobody else equal to Krishna to get married to me. So she had such wonderful qualities. And she was hearing about the qualities of Krishna from so many people who came to her father's house, travelers, sages, great munis, devotees. They'll all speak glory of Krishna because everybody who knows the Vedas, Vedaisya sarver ahameva vedyaha, they will all know Krishna. So in that very cultured atmosphere, everybody is talking about the greatness of Krishna in Dwaraka, like that Krishna. So she became very attached, hearing about Krishna, and she decided in her mind, should get married only to Krishna. But the situation is that Bhishmaka had 5 sons and 1 daughter. Rukmi was the eldest son. Then there was Rukmarta, Rukmanga and all that. Rukmi was the eldest son and 1 daughter. So Rukmi, because he was the eldest son, he decided, parents, Bhishmaka and his wife want her to marry naturally Krishna. In the mind they are feeling. But because the eldest son Rukmi does not like Krishna, he is the enemy of Krishna. He, Sishupala, Jarasandha, all these people together, Krishna never even get married because he is so envious of Krishna, so much against Krishna. So he knows that father and mother also want her to marry Krishna, and she also wants to marry Krishna. She said, you can never go anywhere near Krishna. I'll tell you who your husband should be, and he fixed Shishupala. So Shishupala's father is Dhamagosha. When Shishupala was born itself, donkeys started braying and all sorts of ill omens and all came. And they said that better put this fellow to death. So many ill omens when he is born, because he's got a blasphemer of Krishna he is. Shishupala and Dandavakra both are, Jaya and Vijaya in this pastime. So Shishupala born, and how is Krishna entitled to marry Rukmini? Actually, Shishupala and Krishna are also cousins. Shishupala is born to Damagosh and Shrutakirti. Shrutakirti is the sister of Kunti. Kunti's husband is Vasudeva. From Vasudeva got married to Devaki, and from Devaki comes Krishna, his son. So from his father's side, auntie is Kunti. Kunti's sister is Shrutakirti, and Shrutakirti's son is Shishupala. In this way, he is a distant cousin of Shishupala. In the same way, Arjuna is also a cousin of Shishupala. How? Arjuna and Kunti. Arjuna is Kunti Putra. So Kunti is sister of Shrutakirti. So Kunti's sister's son is Shishupala. My mother's sister's son for Arjuna is Shishupala. So he's a cousin of Arjuna also. So Krishna's cousin also is Shishupala. Now he has a claim over Rukmini, as much as Shishupala also. Naturally, they will want Krishna only, not Shishupala. Shishupala is not so great. So she desired to marry Krishna only, and her parents, both of them, very nice it will be. What a perfect match. And everybody in the place, all her friends, everybody knew that she likes Krishna only. And she is in love with Krishna. And they were all praying that Krishna only should marry her. Such a nice girl she is. What a nice match. And she called Shishupala Jackal. This ugly jackal is going to get married to me. And I am stuck here. And Krishna, you are the lion. Yadava Simha, you are lion. Why don't you come and take me? So this was a thought going on in her mind. And then she was forced to agree to this because of Shishupala. And Bhishmaka also is, okay, my son is telling, so I have to. He also did not say anything. But he was hoping against hope in his heart that something will happen. And, she get married to Krishna. This is the situation. It is not very happy for both the parents. And Rukmini also is very unhappy. So in this situation already things are happening, and all the great kings and from the side of Shishupala, all his friends, all of them have come, Jarasandha, everybody has already come. And she was very disturbed, very morose, so she decided that it is best for me to write a letter shamelessly to Krishna. Tell him, please come here and take me and go. Otherwise, I'll give up my life. I don't want to get married to Shishupala. This I am going to tell him. If he wants, let him come. If he likes me, he may come. Otherwise, I'll finish off my life. She decided. Very young girl. Very, very young girl. So she was very worried. No help she has got. Only her friends are powerless. All girls very powerless in this big society. So she called the chief priest in her temple, her son, because the priest will be with the king only. Whatever the king says he has to do. Son is younger fellow. So is their sort of generation. She called and he came. What? He said, you have to do one very important thing. Get ready. So she wrote a letter to Krishna. she wrote a love letter to Krishna. This is the Adi love letter written by anybody, original. She wrote to Krishna very boldly. Kshatriya girl wrote very beautiful letter that we will read. 7 verses that you see here. She wrote letter, she told the Brahmana, go run immediately and you must give this letter to Krishna. So she is in Nagpur, Maharashtra. You know, from there he has to go to Dwarka. And in Dwarka, 12 miles into the sea is Dwarka. It's not right on the shore. 12 miles into the sea. So this Brahmana had quite some work to do. So he went, ran. All the way he went. So, and he delivered this letter to the king, to Krishna. He went all the way and delivered this letter to Krishna. So when he delivered the letter to Krishna, Krishna actually welcomed him in a very nice way. He brought him and said, oh Brahmana, you come to see me, something urgent it seems. So he first washed his feet, then he did everything necessary for that Brahmana. Of course, Krishna is super soul in everybody's heart. He knows why he has come. That also he knows. So washed feet, did everything to him, gave him prasadam, food, everything, had him relaxed. Then he said, what can I do for you? Why you have come all the way? It seems you have come from Vidarbha. You came across the water into the sea, you crossed and you came. Must be very important something. Otherwise, why you will come all the way to see me? So what is it? So the Brahmana tells. He asks actually many questions to the Brahmana. Is everything okay? Are you all right? Your family is all okay? You have any help required? Do you want anything required? He inquires everything like he's supposed to a Brahmana. Brahmanas have to be looked after by the Kshatriyas. And so, Brahmana comes to a Kshatriya means he must be coming with a reason. I want some shelter, I want some... What do you want? Is everything all right in your house? You want anything? You want some money, you want some facility, you want to get your daughter married, or do you want to get married? Who's the girl? Tell me. Everything you want to do what is necessary. Of course, the Brahmana gave the letter. He gave the letter to Krishna and he explained to him, this is what is happening, my dear Lord. And Rukmini has personally written this letter. You please do something about this. And he read the letter. Actually, he did not read the letter. He told the Brahmana, open and read the letter. That's very interesting. Because he didn't take he said, he brought a letter, he said, open it and read it. So the Brahmana only read the letter. So it was not very confidential. It means it's not treated very confidentially. Why? Because everybody should know what Rukmini has written. So if he alone reads and understands and says, come on, let us go, then nobody knows. So Krishna, it seems, he told the Brahmana, you read the letter. Because the Brahmana will go back and tell everybody. This is what Rukmini had written and Krishna came. This is how the story is known. And this is how those Brahmanas are very famous in this place. Because they did this great seva to Lakshmi. They did this great seva to Lakshmi. And they did this great seva to Krishna also. Because Krishna also was wanting to get married to Rukmini. That he did not tell to the Brahmana. He also heard about Rukmini already. And her beauty and her great, very intelligent girl she is, very capable girl, everything he has heard. So all those wonderful qualities of this Krishna, which is heard by Rukmini, and all the wonderful qualities of Rukmini which Krishna heard. All those things are mentioned here very nicely in the Bhagavatam. And of course, Rukmani's letter is mentioned. So, she's telling here, Shri Rukmani Vacha Shrutva Gunan Bhuvana Sundara Srinavatam Te Nirvishya Karna Vivarair Harato Angatapam Rupam Drisham Drishimatam Akilartha Labham Dvai Achyuta Vishati Chittam Apatrapam Me. So I read that letter. I have fixed my shameless mind on you, O Krishna. So in this way, she is writing this letter. And she's telling, I heard about your qualities. I heard about you, wonderful Supreme Lord. So I have shamelessly got attracted to you. I don't know anybody else. Ka tva mukunda mahati kulashila rupa vidya vayo dravinadhama viratma tulyam dhira patim kulavati navrinita kanya kale narasimha naralokamana abhiramam. O Mukunda, you are equal only to yourself in lineage, character, beauty, knowledge, youthfulness, wealth and influence. O lion among men, you delight the minds of all mankind. What aristocratic, sober-minded and marriageable girl of a good family would not choose you as her husband when the proper time comes? Dhira patim kulavati navrinita kanya. Who, young girl, will not get attracted to you? You are so wonderful. So don't blame me. I have got attracted to you. So I want to tell you that it's not possible for me to be without getting attracted, but everybody will get attracted to you. I am also one of them. But the only difference is I am laying claim, I have sent this letter to you. I am boldly taking a step towards you. I am petitioning you. So we all know about Krishna, but what do we do about it? Krishna is great, we read from the Bhagavatam, we read the Bhagavad Gita, everything. So that's why Krishna is telling in the end, you do this. What? Saying very clearly that become my devotee. Manmana bhava mat bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, and do this, do namaskaram for me. Worship me, madhyaji. You do this, express yourself to me, and then I will reciprocate with you. So having knowledge that Krishna is great is one thing. Next, using that knowledge and doing what is necessary. Krishna is great. So do you want to associate with Krishna? Then you must do something. It is not that Krishna is great, how to, you don't know. That's why Guru is required. And he tells, yes, Krishna is very great, he gives knowledge. Now you achieve Krishna, you do Bhakti Yoga. Same way, Rukmini, I know you are very great. I know everything about you. I want to actually achieve you as my husband. Therefore, I am taking this bold move. I sent this letter through this Brahmana. You please come. And not only she is knowing what to do to get Krishna, she is also telling Krishna what he should do in order to get me. That also she is telling. That's the interesting thing. So, I have chosen you as my husband and I surrender myself. Tanme bhavan khalu vrittapatiram gajaya atmarpitascha bhavato atra vibho videhi ma vira bhagam avirasatu chaitya ara gomayuvan mrigapatir balim ambujaksha. Gomayu, he is calling him. Gomayuvat, a jackal, Mrigapate, belonging to the king of animals, lion. Gomayu means jackal. This jackal called Sishupala is wanting to marry me. I would prefer that you, lion, Mrigapati, Yadava Simha, Narasimha, she addresses him as Narasimha, Yadava Simha, everything. You come and take me. I belong to you. So she already asked Krishna. See, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When his devotees ask him, please, I want to achieve your shelter like this, he is obliged to offer that shelter. So, if we ask Krishna for shelter, if we ask Krishna that I want to surrender to you and I want your shelter, then it happens. Ask and you are given. If you don't know how to ask, then you must accept Guru. Even otherwise you must accept Guru only. And he only tells you how to do it, leads you through it. So here she is also saying, I am shameless. You may think that what type of a girl she is. She is, directly coming to the man and asking, will you marry me? Those days it was not considered to be something very nice. Today it is, if you don't ask like that, they wonder what's wrong with you. What's wrong with you? You saw him on the internet, why didn't you just put a note to him on WhatsApp and ask him, I saw your face, it's so wonderful, can we get married? Why don't you just ask directly? If you don't ask, you're a fool. Somebody else will do it and it will be gone, the chance and opportunity, right? So Valentine's Day, you propose, you tell people, this is my heart. So people are really shamelessly they ask. Those days, just because I ask like this, you may think I'm a shameless girl and decide not to get married to me on that criteria. But I'm telling you, this is the reason why this is happening. Because I already fixed my mind on you. You are the Supreme Lord. You are so wonderful, beautiful looking. Who will not desire you? And then this Shishupala, I am going to suffer like this. I will be taken away by Shishupala. Right? So before that last chance, I thought I'll try. Worst comes to worst, if I am left to my fate, then I'll give up my life. But at least I should try. Otherwise I'll regret throughout my life. So at least in this lifetime, we must try to get Krishna. We must actually appeal to Krishna. We must come in front of the Lord and say, my Lord, I know, I have learned from Bhagavad Gita, Mamaivamsa Jivaloke Jivabhuta Sanatana, I am your part and parcel, I am your eternal servant, Jivere Surupu Hoi Krishnere Nityadas. I have realized this, I have understood this by knowledge, now I desire to surrender myself to you. Please accept me. Please facilitate this. Please remove these impediments in my heart. If you make a petition to Krishna, which we must do, like Rukmini is doing, then Krishna reciprocates, if you are sincerely doing that. So, she is saying, Gomayu van mrigapatir bali mambujaksha. Don't allow this jackal, Gomayu, to take me. You come and accept me. So, she's openly telling, shamelessly, I'm attracted to you. You should come and take me. And this is what is my situation. And you must come very soon. Purteshta datta niyamavrata deva pipra guru archanadivir alam bhagavan pareshah aradito yadi gadagrajayetyapānim ghrinātu me nadhamagosha sutadayo anye. If I have sufficiently worshipped the Supreme Personality of Godhead by pious works, sacrifices, charity, rituals and vows, and also by worshipping the demigods, brahmanas and gurus, then may Gadagraja come and take my hand and not Dhamagosha's son or anyone else. So text 41. Shobhavini tvam ajitodvahane vidarbhan guptah sametya pratana pratanapatibhi paritah nirmatya chaidya magadendra bhalam prasahya mam rakshashena vidhinodvah virya ashulkam. O unconquerable one, tomorrow when my marriage ceremony is about to begin, you should arrive unseen in Vidarbha. She is now giving direction to Krishna what he should do. You should arrive unseen in Vidarbha and surround yourself with the leaders of your army. Keep yourself covered. Cover yourself with your army. Then crush the forces of Chaidya and Magadendra. Then you finish all these people and marry me in the Rakshasa style, winning me with your valor. It's very graphically described what you should do. She's a very young girl. So she's also got very good knowledge about Kshatriya warfare, because she's from a Kshatriya clan, king's daughter. So she's telling, without telling anybody, you come off inside with her, but don't make a big scene. If everybody knows you, because you're very famous, as soon as they see, they spot you, they'll know you, then the word will spread around that Krishna has come. Better you come unseen. Problems will be much lesser. I know you know to manage yourself, but I am saying from my side, out of worry and anxiety, don't make anybody see you. But how can Krishna be hidden? And one way of doing it is to surround yourself with an army. And the army will be seen as coming. You hide inside. Right? Come like this. But actually Krishna comes. And many people see him. They immediately know, hey, Krishna has come. Krishna has come for the wedding. Is he come to see the wedding, or is he come to marry? Something is happening here. The citizens in Vidarbha all came to know Krishna has come, and they started all talking to each other. See how he is looking. Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra ki. It's mentioned that they saw him and they said that, wow, he looks just made for Rukmini. Why can't the father arrange for this marriage? What a wonderful pair they will be. In this way they started discussing. Everybody seeing him. Krishna is not going to hide himself. That's okay, she's a small girl, she's telling I should hide myself, something will happen. But he came, actually, alone. And everybody started talking. How nice it will be. And it is also the desire of Bhishmaka. But she is giving advice. You come like this and you take me and go at this time. So it's very interesting. She's saying, Rakshashena, Rakshasa style you take me. There are 8 types of weddings. Brahma, Arsha, what is it? Then Brahma, Arsha, Prajapatya, Daiva, then Gandharva, then Rakshasa, then Pisacha. 8 types of weddings described. Each one is very unique in itself. So out of that is Rakshasa, one type of wedding. So she's telling, you take me like a Rakshasa. Rakshasa means he attacks and takes and go away. Actually, Swayamvara is mentioned. Swayamvara. I will choose who is going to be my husband. This is what is a great festival of Swayamvara. So lots of kings will come and I also want to marry you. So out of that she will choose. This is how Ramachandra was chosen by Sita. Sita Swayamvaram. So great princesses, great kings had this type of, when some heroic thing you have to do better than the others, then you have to fight with the rest of them, prove that you are the greatest, and then you will get the girl, the princess. So Swayamvara means I will choose the husband. Many of them will come and say, I am also qualified, I am also qualified. And she'll go and put the garland on one whom she thinks is best. This is Swayamvara. But unfortunately for Rukmini, although Swayam, she desires Krishna, she is forced to get married to somebody by the force of her brother. She is not able to have Swayamvara. Bhishmaka would have definitely had a Swayamvara. And Krishna would have come. And Krishna would have got Rukmini, for sure. That he was confident about. But Rukmi avoided that type of Swayamvara. And he fixed the marriage before only. You marry Shishupala, that's all. Don't talk anymore. No Swayamvara for you. But Swayam, she was interested in Krishna. So she is telling Krishna, no Swayamvara for me. Best thing is you come and take me. Best thing is you come and take me. He is stopping the Swayamvara. So you come and take me. I have already offered myself to you. So she decided there will be Swayamvara. I will get married to the person whom I want. Whatever Rukmi says, whatever anybody says, because who's going to spend a whole lifetime with Shishupala and all these people? So she decided. So she's telling, Swayamvara marriage will not be there. You come and take me as Rakshasa wedding. You come and take me and go away. So these are very wonderful statements made here. She's telling, you crush the Chaitya forces, you crush Shishupala's army, and you crush the Jarasandha's Magadha. Magadhendra means Magadha Indra, Magadha's Lord Indra. Magadha kingdom is Jarasandha. Jarasandha, Bihar, Patna, all these areas. Biharis, the top person is Jarasandha for them. So, crush him, crush the Jarasandha, crush this Shishupala's army, and you take me and go. And that time itself she has hinted that don't worry about Rukmi, he will not be able to do much. Only Shishupala and Jarasandha you have to worry about. Right? Their armies only you have to worry about. My brother and all that we can manage. That's the type of hint she is giving to Krishna, a Kshatriya lady. Yasyangri pankaja rajahasnapanam mahanto vanchanti umapatir ivatmatamo apahatyai yarihi ambuchaksha nalabheya bhavat prasadam jahyam asun vratakrishan shata janma bhisyat. O lotus-eyed one, great souls like Lord Shiva hankered to bathe in the dust of your lotus feet and thereby destroy their ignorance. If I cannot obtain your mercy, I shall simply give up my vital force, which will have become weak from the severe penances I will perform. Then after hundreds of lifetimes of endeavor, I may obtain your mercy. That's okay. If you want to reject me, that's also okay. I'm just trying my best. Right? If you don't, I will commit suicide. I will give up my life. And then I will do tapasya. Lots of tapasya and try to get you. At least by tapasya I will get. In this lifetime, if I did not get, and if you don't heed my request, this is what will happen. I will die. She is also telling, you come like this, and if you decide not to come, this is what will happen. I will commit suicide. I will die. So she is giving very strong reasons. If you don't come, I will die. You must come because of this. Very clearly written. Brahmanuvacha iti ete guhya sandesha yadudeva maya kritaha vimrishya kartum yachatra kriyatam tat anantaram. The Brahmana said, this is the confidential message I have brought with me. O Lord of the Yadus, please consider what must be done in the circumstances and do it at once. So, that is this chapter, Rukmini's message to Krishna. And Krishna obviously decides to go immediately, because Krishna also has constantly been reminded of Rukmini. And he is also thinking and has heard about Rukmini. He has heard about Rukmini's characteristics. He has heard about Rukmini's beauty from others. And then he has also decided in his mind that, okay, let me see if I can also be able to get Rukmini as my wife. See. That is also mentioned in the Bhagavatam. See, Tam Buddhi Lakshanau Dharya Rupashila Gunashayam Krishnascha Sadrishim Bharyam Samudvodhum Manodhade. Krishnascha Sadrishim Bharyam. He has also decided I will accept Rukmini as my wife. Lord Krishna knew that Rukmini possessed intelligence, auspicious bodily markings, beauty, proper behavior, and all other good qualities, concluding that she would be an ideal wife for him. He made up his mind to marry her. Look at the qualities mentioned. Lord Krishna, Rukmini possessed intelligence, auspicious bodily markings, beauty, proper behavior, and all other good qualities. Nowadays, of course, they will see, have you got a job? The girl has to have a job. If you don't know cooking and all, it's okay because that's not important. You don't have to have great qualities like honesty, pativrata, chastity and all. That's not all not important. Great qualities or not. How much money are you earning, by the way? You got a job, you got a job. So how much money do you earn, by the way? Okay. See, children and all, I'm not very interested. You are interested in children? These are the questions they ask. Heard about your great qualities means the qualities are, you should not be wanting to have a child, you should be having a job, you should be earning good money, because good chance that I may not have my job. And then in the future when we think of having children, that time your money can be used. These are all the qualities they look for nowadays in wives. Here, good qualities and proper behavior. Proper behavior means what? Very cultured, nicely brought up in a family, very well trained by the elders in the family, knows how to do everything, to look after a husband, to look after a family, to run a whole household, to handle the in-laws, to handle everything. You are trained. It's a Sri Ratna, jewel among women. That's how they maintain. Sri Ratnam Dushkuladapi. But even in a lousy kula, you may get a very good girl. But Rukmini is from a wonderful family. Bhishmaka, a race of wonderful kings. She is brought up very well, trained very well. All good qualities she has got, and therefore Krishna is seeing Rupa Shilasya Gunashayam. Sheila means she is proper behavior, very good behavior. These are all important in selecting a girl, provided you also have equally good qualities. It is not that I want a girl with very good qualities, I am a lousy fellow. Right? There should be matching. So it's mentioned here that Krishnasya Sadrishim Bharyam, and she also, so Pashutya Mukundasya Rupa Virya Gunashriyah Grihagater Giyamanas Tammene Sadrishim Patim. He is saying Sadrishim Bharya, and she is thinking Sadrishim Patim. This is the right husband for me, and he also knows this is the right wife for me. He has the proper qualities. Hearing of the beauty, prowess, transcendental character and opulence of Mukunda, from visitors to the palace who sang his praises, Rukmini decided that he would be the perfect husband for her. Sadrishim, Sadrishim means similar qualities. He is also great, she is also great. So she knows what I want according to my taste and according to my status. So this is the meaning of matching. They did not need horoscope to match. Already Lakshmi and Supreme Lord Narayana, they are already matched. So here Sadrishim Patim, Sadrishim Bharya means same type, same nature. So they decided that they should get married. Each one separately decided. They didn't confide with each other. They didn't confide with each other. Not that, like today, the things that happen when you want to get somebody married. So many amazing things happen. somehow they get married. And then there are challenges after that. And life is full of challenges. Before marriage, after marriage, during marriage, every time it's challenging. But this is a Leela of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is performing a beautiful pastime of uniting with Lakshmi. And that is always very relishable and wonderful to hear. So, Rukmini has reached the message to Krishna. Krishna decides, yes, now is the time to go. Because Rukmini has said so, I also thought so. That it will be nice, Sadrishim Patni, having a wife like Rukmini will be very nice. So I have also decided, she has also desired, this is wonderful. And he decides, Vaidharbhyaha satsatu sandesham nishamya yadunandanaha praghriya panina panim prahasan idam abravid. Thus hearing the confidential message of King Princess Vaidharbhi, Lord Yadunandana took the Brahmana's hand and smiling spoke to him as follows. Shri Bhagavanuvacha Tataham abhidachitto nidram chanalabhe nishi Vedaham rukmina dveshan mamodvaho nivarita. Supreme Lord said, just as Rukmini's mind is fixed on me, my mind is fixed on her. I can't even sleep at night. I know that Rukmi, out of envy, has forbidden our marriage. He's telling his heart to the Brahmana, don't worry, just like Rukmini is thinking about me, first good news I want to tell you, I am also thinking like this about Rukmini. How happy the Brahmana would have been. How happy Rukmini will be to hear this. He must be thinking. Tam anayishya unmathya rajanyapasadan mridhe matparam anavat yangim ethasho agnishikamiva. She has dedicated herself exclusively to me, and her beauty is flawless. I will bring her here after thrashing those worthless kings in battle, just as one brings a blazing flame out of firewood. You're giving a lot of hope to the Brahmana. You've come all the way, you're very tired, and you come with this message. Don't worry, I'm coming there. I am also thinking about her. I'll give them such a thrashing and bring her here. Don't worry. Shri Shukavacha Udvaharksham Sa Vijnaya Rukminya Madhusudanaha Rataha Samyujata Masu Dharuketi Ahasaratim. Lord Madhusudana also understood the exact lunar time for Rukmini's wedding. Thus he told his driver, Daruka, ready my chariot immediately. Daruka brought the Lord's chariot yoked with the horses named Shaipya, Sugriva, Meghapushpa, Balaka. He then stood before Lord Krishna with joined palms. So these are Krishna's horses. And the colors of the horses are also mentioned. Sugriva was golden, Meghapushpa was of the cloud, Balahaka was white. It's mentioned. Lord Shauri mounted his chariot and had the Brahmana do likewise. He took all the Brahmanas, so come, let's go together. Then the Lord's swift horses took them from the Anartha district to Vidarbha in a single night he went. Overnight he reached Vidarbha. Very urgent. He took so much pains because of this letter written by Rukmini. King Bhishmaka, the master of Kundina, having succumbed to the sway of affectionate son, was about to give his daughter to Sisupala. The king sought to all the required preparations. So, lots of decorations, everything was done. All the worship was going through, all the preliminaries was already happening. Marriage already started. Only handing over the Vivaha Yajna is remaining. All the Janavasam, that, this, everything over. Welcoming, everything over. So Shupala was very happy. That's it. I'm going to get married, all these things are over. He did not the least bit suspect that something will happen at the last minute. The last minute, just when the real wedding has to be done only, Krishna came and took. So it's mentioned here, Krishna knew the muhurtam time. He noted, that is a muhurtam, I know what they will be doing. When to go, what to do, he planned. He landed there. So, Rukmini obviously was getting ready, but her mind was very heavy. I hope Krishna comes. If Krishna does not come, I'll get married to Shishupala in the open. I cannot avoid it. I have to commit suicide only. So her heart was beating, very young girl. Will Krishna come? The Brahmana has not yet come back at all. And the time is up. So it's a great anxiety. That's when the Brahmana arrives. She was getting ready. And the Brahmanas were chanting mantras. Chakruhu samarik yajur mantrai vadva raksham dvijotamaha purohito atarva bhidpai juhavagraha santaye. They were chanting. Priests learned in the Atharva Veda offered oblations to pacify the controlling planets. So all the different types of activities and all the things were being described, and all these things were happening. So father of Shishupala also came. Bhishmaka went and met father of Shishupala, welcomed him. To secure the bride for Shishupala, the kings who envied Krishna and Balarama came to the following decision among themselves. If Krishna comes here with Balarama and the others to steal the bride, we shall band together and fight him. They all discussed, there's a good chance he will come to take her, because she desires to marry Krishna only. Thus those envious kings went to the wedding with their entire armies and a full complement of military conveyances. See? They didn't come to the marriage alone. They came with army. If Krishna comes, well, because they were not getting married to Rukmini, but still Krishna comes, they'll take army and go and finish him. Because Shishupala getting married, only he should get married. That everybody very supportive of Shishupala. Let him come and then we will give him such a time like that. They were thinking. So, Lord Balarama heard about these preparations of the inimical kings and how Lord Krishna had set off alone to steal the bride. He feared that a fight would ensue. Immersed in affection for his brother, he hurried to Kundina with a mighty army consisting of infantry and of soldiers riding on elephants, horses and chariots. You see, Balarama on his own decided, why is he gone alone? He will need help. Those kings, they are planning to do something. So he took the army also and went. So, Bhishma Kanya Vararoha Kangshanti Agamanam Hare Pratyapatim Apashyanti Dvijasya Chintayat Tada. The lovely daughter of Bhishmaka anxiously awaited the arrival of Krishna. But when she did not see the Brahmana return, she thought as follows. Princess Rukmini thought, alas, my wedding is to take place when the night ends. How unlucky I am. Lotus-eyed Krishna does not come. I don't know why. And even the Brahmana messenger has not yet returned. Perhaps the faultless Lord, even while preparing to come here, saw something contemptible in me. Therefore, he has not come to take my hand. She is thinking all these things. I am extremely unfortunate, for the Creator is not favorably disposed towards me, nor is the great Lord Shiva. Or perhaps Shiva's wife Devi, who is known as Gauri, Rudrani, Girija and Sati, has turned against me. As she thought in this way, the young maiden whose mind has been stolen by Krishna closed her tear-filled eyes, remembering there was still time. some more time is there, let me see if anything happens. So she felt a twitch in her left thigh, arm and eye. This was a sign that something desirable would happen. So auspicious sign, she knew. The Brahmana came. Just then the purest of learned Brahmanas, following Krishna's order, came to see the divine Princess Rukmini within the inner chambers of her palace. So Rukmini saw, Appa, he has come. Then she also saw, he is looking very happy. It must be something good. So the Brahmana came and said, Krishna has already come. I came with Krishna. That's it. Then Rukmini became super happy. He has actually seen my letter and he's actually come. Hearing my letter, became very happy. So in this way, Krishna, he appears there. And tomorrow we will read more about how actually Krishna kidnaps Rukmini and goes. But we can understand how Krishna is reciprocating with his devotee. How by hearing this pastime we can definitely shoka, moha, bhaya, paha, get lamentation, illusion, fear dismissed from our heart. That Krishna reciprocates with his devotees. When they are very sincerely asking for Krishna and they believe in Krishna, they have full faith in the Lord, and then when they ask, Krishna reciprocates. Sometimes we are saying, no, I prayed to Krishna but something has happened. It's because we may not be fully having complete faith. In distress we may pray, but still Krishna says, I will give shelter for the distressed, so that they may develop faith. When you are in distress, when you pray, doesn't mean that you have full faith. You are praying because of distress. Artho jignasur artharthi jnani cha bharatarshava. But Krishna did not think that Rukmini was praying in distress only to him. Just like Draupadi, when she was saying, hey Govinda, Madhava, Krishna, nobody else can save me but you. Oh, in distress you are calling me Govinda, Madhava. No. He knew Draupadi was a sold out devotee. The wife of the Pandavas were all his devout devotees. And that distress of a devotee is different from the distress of a materially suffering person who comes to Krishna. Artho jignasur artharthi. So Rukmini's letter was not one of distress of an ordinary person who has to still build his faith in Krishna. It's a distress of a devotee. Why? Because something is going to happen to me which is so much against devotional service. My whole devotional service to you will be spoiled. Then Krishna will definitely appear. Then Krishna will definitely appear. Right? Because you have put so much of faith. You are 100% surrendered to Krishna. Mat prana natastu saeva naparaha. I don't know anybody else but Krishna. So Rukmini is openly declaring, if you don't come, it's okay, I'll give up my life. Because there is no use living without you. Either I get married to you or not to anybody else. I will give up my life, I will do tapasya and try to secure you again. I'm so determined. I'm so determined to do that only. I have nobody else in my mind. I cannot think of anybody else. And this Krishna knows Rukmini is like that. So therefore he is reciprocating with his devotee. Sometimes we will think that why when I wrote a letter to Krishna he did not come and all that. I'm suffering. My back pain I have got this now that and I'm suffering. Krishna not reciprocating. But for Rukmini he came and took her and went just like this. Will these things really happen? Does it really happen to me? Yes. If you also develop the same level of devotion, it happens. And sometimes even if you don't have any devotion also, it happens. It's Krishna's mercy. But whatever it may be, We don't have to condition ourselves thinking, only if you do this Krishna will I have faith in you. Absolute truth Krishna, you can and you must definitely impose your faith in the absolute truth only. Krishna is not just some ordinary king or ordinary person like Shishupala and Jarasandha. He is not to be treated like a king, though he is treating himself like that sometimes, doing favors for the Pandavas, everything. But he is the supreme absolute truth. Yasyalinde Param Brahma. In the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj, Param Brahma is crawling. He may be young boy Krishna. The whole absolute truth is there in Nanda Maharaj's house. Therefore, things are very different when you view it in that way. And Rukmini knew who Krishna was. You are Mukunda, you are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, our prayers also should reflect that type of surrender, that type of dedication to Krishna. It's not that Krishna does not help out unless it is like that. That's His mercy. But normally, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkarta. When people like Shishupala give pain to devotees, then Krishna will definitely appear. When Asuric people give pain to devotees, then Krishna will make some plan, Krishna will make some arrangement. Right? In this way, Krishna's plan reigns supreme for the devotee. Om Tat Sat Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.